Hey, it's Thalia and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video will be a story time of how me and my cousin got into a fight on the trampoline. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and of course subscribe to my YouTube channel and leave any comments or videos that you guys feel like I should be doing to give you guys to be more interested in my videos. And so it all began one afternoon. I can't remember if it was a weekend, but I just know that we were outside and it was my cousin, who's the same age as me, but I'm older than her by 2 months and 10 days, my little cousin, and my little brother. So all three of us were on the trampoline. All three of us are so close, like really close now. Well, it's a difficult story to tell because it's like that day I just feel like it was just so much anger that was being built up, not even because of my cousins or my little brother, but it was just like I feel like I was just having like everything was just building up. I was just getting, I think it was more off like my dad who was making me upset that day, but like over the phone it's just like a lot of negativity, like negative stuff that he was saying to me. We were like 10 or 11. Me and my cousin and me that were the same age. We were 10 or 11. My little brother was like probably 4 and my other cousin was like 7 or 6. It was 6 or 7. So we were all playing on the trampoline, and when I was younger I used to have my hair all puffed out. So I had it puffed out. I think I had on a headband. We were jumping on the trampoline. We used to play a whole bunch of games on the trampoline, just make up different games. We were interesting kids. Instead of playing with the Barbies that day like we normally do, we would play Barbies outside for a long time before it was time for us to come inside. So we were all on the trampoline and just bouncing around. So you guys, my cousin who's the same age as me, she said I looked like a lion because of my hair. So I brushed it off the first time. So then I remember she kept on saying it. It's kind of funny now because we really got into a fight since she called me, but she said I looked like a lion because of my hair. So keep in mind, it was already hot outside and my hair texture, it gets puffy when it's hot. It doesn't stay tamed at all. So she kept saying, she kept on repeating it, and I was just ignoring her, and my cousin and my brother already had thought that it was funny, and me, I'm just like, okay, whatever, she's just playing. But then I was like, no, she got serious because we stopped jumping for a moment, and then she said your hair makes you look like a lion, and she said more words to it. So then I had pushed her, and I didn't push her, we started like pushing each other around first, and then I pushed her and her leg had got stuck on the trampoline. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I really pushed my cousin on the trampoline. I'm like, what are they gonna think? Like, am I gonna get in trouble? Is she gonna get me in trouble? She was crying, but the adults, they went inside at the time. They watch us because it was a glass door. So my grandma used to sit by the glass door, or she'd be in the kitchen window looking at us. So nobody could come take us. Plus we had a gate in the front, so she'll be able to see if we had like somebody was coming in. And there was always like dogs, like we had dogs, so nobody would be able to come and do anything. So I'm like, oh my gosh, like my grandma's gonna get me in trouble. She was the type, like she was so strict when it came to us fighting. Like she didn't like us fighting. She didn't like us talking about each other. So I pushed my cousin. Like after I pushed her, her leg was stuck. She got all scraped up. I'm just in my head, I'm like, please don't tell her, please don't tell her, please don't tell her. So then she had to tell her because it was like a little scrapes and stuff. She couldn't just go inside and say, oh, she fell. That wouldn't have been believable because you could see where like the spring was kind of like not on her leg, but you could see where something stuck her. So then she told her what happened, not even to get me in trouble, but it was like she was more off saying like we were trying to play around, but my grandma doesn't believe in like playing around, like fighting and stuff. She didn't believe in that. So then she knew it was me, like she automatically knew it was me. So she was like, she called my name and she said my name in Spanish. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm in trouble. So then I can't remember if she told me to kneel down. Like when we got in trouble, she'll make us kneel down or stand in the corner. And when you kneel down, she'll put like a book on our head. And if the book moves, she knows that we moved. So I was like, I can't move. So then she was like, go in the corner, and I can't remember if she kneeled me down or just told me look at the wall. But I remember I got in trouble, and I was standing for so long, and we were already on punishment for a previous situation that happened at the school, which I can tell you guys about later. So it was really scary. I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm really in trouble. I was already in trouble because of a school situation, which if you guys want a story time about how me and my cousin got in trouble because of the cafeteria lady, just leave it down in the comments, and I'll be able to most likely, like on one of the videos, or if you guys want that video, I can see if my cousin wants to do the video with me, and I'm pretty sure she will. So back to how I got in trouble. Then like that night, I felt so bad because I really had pushed my cousin. Like we were at first, like when we were pushing each other around, it wasn't even so hard, but she had pushed me and I had got so mad. So I had just pushed her and she got stuck. Like her leg really got stuck on the trampoline. Like I feel so bad now because it's like, that was just so petty. But she said my hair looks like a lion. And then like to this day, like my other cousin, the one who's way younger than me, we like when we talk about it, we find it so funny because it's like we all used to sit there and fight for no reason. We would argue with each other if somebody took the Barbie. So then I think later on that day, we started back playing with Barbies, and there used to be this girl that lives in the back who always wanted to play with us. We got in trouble that day again. Like, well, I got in trouble again, and they got in trouble for the first time that day because of the fact that we didn't want to play with the Barbies with the little girl. And I was like, I was already in trouble throughout that day. We were kind of like, I was on triple punishment because me and my cousin were already on punishment because of what happened in school. We were in like the 3rd grade, got in trouble for that. Then I got in trouble for pushing her, and then we got in trouble because we didn't want to play with the little girl in the back. So it's like, it was just a lot. And then I told my cousin sorry. She accepted my apology. After that, we have not fought. Like, we have like our disagreements, but pushing each other wise or just fist fighting, never fought again after that. Because I'm just like, I don't want to get in trouble. Like, I'm old now, but we can still get in trouble. So it's like, after pushing her, I learned my lesson, because after that my grandma was like watching us. Like, she was sitting outside watching us. Like, one person did something, everybody's getting in trouble. And of course my brother always did something to get everybody in trouble. She was more of like, one does something, everybody has to pay for it. So it was like, wow, like I really had her watching all of us because of one thing that I did by pushing my cousin and making her get hurt. She was like, you know, that could have went another way. She could have broke her leg or a lot of stuff. Like, we could have gotten in trouble because of me pushing her. And it was the big trampolines, like the big circle ones, not the baby ones, the big ones. And it covered like not half of the yard, but we used to have this cement thing. So it covered more than like half of that kind of. And we used to have it by the mango tree. That's another thing that was more dangerous too, because there was already mangoes on the floor. So she was like, if she would have fell, of course she did fall, but if she would have got scraped hard enough and the mango would have touched her, everything could have got infected. We had mango tree and the avocado tree, and there was a whole bunch of mangoes on the floor because they were already ripe mangoes, and who's gonna pick it up and eat it? So it was like so much. And we put Neosporin on it, but it wasn't so bad. Like, it's not bad now. You really can't tell that she fell. Well, I pushed her on the trampoline because the scars really aren't there. And of course, if you guys are wondering why I keep looking up, it's because I see Malaysia. She's upstairs. So that will conclude the story time for today. The time I pushed my cousin and she fell on the trampoline. So if you guys want more story time, just leave it down in the comments. I will also be seeing what other type of content to post on YouTube Once again, don't forget to like, comment, share, and of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And it's Hi.Its.Thalia.